Welcome back to A Corporate Time. Our good friend Ken Miller's here. How you doing, Ken?
What's up, family?
What's going on, man? I saw him come across the parking lot. I said, you look younger and taller. He looks good, right?
You do look good.
Yeah.
And he brought me fried chicken, so we
I did.
definitely
I did.
cool.
We have a rule here on Mediocre Time, or Corporate Time with Tom and Dan.
I don't know how to feel about
Yeah.
this.
I don't either.
Any black guest.
I mean, Ken likes
Yeah.
it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, if he likes it, I think it's
Yeah,
fine.
but I don't know. I feel like that's
Did he ask for
something.
Any black guest that comes to our show gets free fried chicken.
But I was telling him, I was like, that's one of the craziest stereotypes ever, because who doesn't like fried chicken?
Right.
Yeah.
It's like the greatest food ever.
It
bro.
is the
It's
greatest
like,
food.
it's
But
like,
people neglect to say that your beloved chicky nuggies are fried chicken.
No.
Everybody eats chicky nuggies, but that's just fried chicken, guys.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
It
It's
is.
not as good as fried chicken. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's weird that it became racist.
Yeah. When everybody eats it.
Whenever,
Name one white kid that doesn't
Yeah.
eat fried chicken nuggets. Name one. There's not that many.
Yeah.
Yeah, even my sons,
Yeah.
they
Fake
were Max,
chicken, yeah.
fake chicken, fried chicken.
They'll eat it.
They-
Yeah, it's great.
And then adult chicken nuggets are just chicken tenders.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
When you become an
Exactly.
adult, you're like, I don't want nuggets, I want tenders now.
My daughter, I was going to say my wife, which makes it really weird. My daughter has transitioned to now eating chicken wings, bone-in
All right.
chicken wings. And as a dad, I am so proud that she got past, because I think every kid, including myself, has that thing where you're like, I don't want to eat something off of a bone. That's weird.
Yeah.
Because bones
Oh,
are
yeah.
the things, the bones are the skeletal structure of the thing that died for me to eat this. It's a morbid thing.
Yeah.
But she's there. She's eating them, and she's
I
pulled.
don't. Maybe I was
Oh,
a
she's
dumb
tough.
kid. I never put that together when I was a kid. I just ate the
No,
chicken.
she talked about it while she was
Yeah.
eating them, which is an advanced move. Which I like. I know this will never happen in your house.
Oh, yeah.
But she was eating them, and she's like, "These are chicken's bones, right?" And I'm like, "Yes, they are." She's crunching them up, and she's like, "So this was a dead chicken?" I'm like, "Oh," and she's grossing me out. I'm like, "Stop talking."
Yeah, wait a minute,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Maybe we shouldn't be eating these. Then.
I know it sounds like it, right?
Yeah, my son was the same. So when he was 16, I was like, bro, you're 16. He was super thin. I said, you gotta eat something other than chicken nuggets. I said, try a steak. I said,
I
get
love
a steak and potatoes.
Yeah.
Now, when he goes out, all he eats is steak and potatoes.
Oh, I like that.
I was like, you
Look,
gotta
yeah.
eat something other than
He
chicken
finds
nuggets.
something he likes. He sticks with it.
Oh.
Yeah, although that is going to hinder him in like 25 years.
But for right now, he's
Break
eating
your
the
wallet,
diet.
too.
He'll realize it though, just like we all have.
My-
Where you're like, oh, I can't eat steak every.
The family on my
time.
father's side, everyone, that's what they eat every meal.
Oh, it does.
It's
Well,
steak
yeah.
and potatoes.
Yeah.
I have a cousin who is a tobacco marketman. He works the tobacco. We did. He used to work for R.J. Reynolds. He worked the tobacco market, and he would go there and he would buy the big bundles of tobacco leaves for R.J. Reynolds and everything. And he thought his name is W.H. His name is W.H. and he talks like this. And for every meal, he calls me Dan Lee. I'll say, "What do you want for dinner, W.H.?" He'll be like, "Well, for dinner tonight, I'm gonna have me a porterhouse, and I'm gonna have me a baked potato with butter and salt." That's it. That's all he eats.
That's
Porterhouse and a baked potato with
That
butter
dude-
and salt. No pepper. Pepper's gay.
That dude sounds like he owns a plantation, bro.
That's my family. They're all
Now
from-
you see,
Yeah,
Ken.
they're
Why
all-
do you?
yeah, why do you think I'm buying fried chicken?
Yeah.
No. It's all my relatives are Carolina folk, and
Yeah.
that's how they're all like.
But, hey, man, you-
cigarette smoking, cattle
Look,
eating.
we are the most polite. I'm from North Carolina, Greensboro, North Carolina. We're the most
Hell yeah.
polite people.
I love
How
the
you do?
Carolinas.
My family came down to visit one year, and we were at a nightclub, and somebody bumped my brother and didn't say excuse me, and he was ready to pop out. I was like, hey, man, this Florida. That's just how they do it here. It's not like North Carolina. Hey, excuse, like even if you walk past somebody in the grocery store, like you walk in front of them, hey, excuse me.
I do that.
They don't do that here. And
Yeah,
my
oh, yeah,
family
yeah.
went, man, what? I said, bro, this ain't the Carolinas.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
not how they
I
do
do
it.
that.
Everybody
Florida,
here
bro.
is selfish.
No, I do that. Did you
Correct.
notice?
They
We're
consider it.
walking.
We're open, baby.
We were just walking through Publix. You know, me and Ken are walking through Publix, and there was a lady, and she was in my way, and I went around her, and I go, "I'm so sorry."
I'm sorry, excuse me.
Yeah, I'm like, "I'm sorry." Excuse
and then
me.
she
Yeah.
looked at us like, did he just?
Yeah, yeah.
was
I
he- is he
always
a-
do
what?
it.
What
I
is
always
this?
do it.
And you go down to Miami, there's no niceties.
Yeah, no.
Everyone's mean.
It's like the end of the world, and everybody's trying to just get there. like food.
Every man for themselves.
Yeah, it is every man for
I mean,
himself, yeah.
technically, it's the end of the United States. and
You're right, yeah.
It's at the very bottom, so maybe they're like, ugh, who cares?
So Ken, you're doing a toy drive at
He's
the
always
Improv.
done one, right?
yeah, this is my
yeah.
12th year.
12th year.
12th year doing it, brother.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah,
That's
12 year.
amazing.
So it's at the Improv, which is transitioning into a
Yeah.
new name coming January 1st
Yeah.
that we haven't talked about, but it's going.
I didn't even know. I found out from Ken right now.
So the Improv is turning into the Funny Bone.
Funny Bone, yeah.
January 1st.
Yeah.
So is that a different?
It's the exact same thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
alright.
Tampa changed their name last week, so it's now Tampa Funny Bone. If you go into any Funny Bone outside of Florida, like Syracuse, Hartford, they all have Richmond Funny Bone. They're all Funny Bones. They're improvs. They're the same thing. Same seating, same website, same menu,
Yeah,
same food. It's just a Funny Bone. And I don't know the whole story behind it. I don't know if Funny Bone bought Improv or the naming rights. I don't know the whole story behind it. For all you people, it's still
Yeah,
the
it's the same.
Improv.
Yeah.
It's just a
Comedians
different name.
will show up, perform. You
Yeah.
have a delicious dinner and some drinks.
Yeah.
and
But
a-
are they
a
going
great
to be
experience.
in improvisation?
Yeah.
It's not in the name anymore. I mean, I know they'll be funny. What is this bone thing?
You can flip it. You in mediocre time with Dan and Tom. It's still Tom and Dan. Like
Right.
it's just
Yeah.
flip. You just flip the name. It's just different. You
Do
know,
they
it's
worry
nothing.
at all that people will be like confused? Does this
They
give
actually they are, bro. If you go to Tampa Funny Bones Instagram page, people are on there like, so what's. So we're not gonna get D.L. Hughley anymore? Like yes, you're gonna get the same comics. It's just all it is Funny Bone brought improv, and that's it. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I
it.
remember what it was now. It was Donnell Rollins. We had Donnell on, and he on his website he already had it that he was appearing at the Orlando Funny Bone. And
I
I
know,
told
we
you
got
guys, I was like,
confused.
this guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy doesn't even know where he's
Yeah,
going.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Donnell's
I'm like-
team is a bunch of idiots.
And then we were like, "Where's the funny? Is there a funny bone opening up?"
Yeah, like, yo, who's competing with our improv?
Yeah. I was getting like, I was thinking like maybe there's new blood in here or something, or we're gonna have to like start
So-
like, oh, you can't say the Funny Bone.
So
Yeah.
Ken, with the toy drive going
What's
on,
the big toy this year?
Wednesday the
idea.
13th at the Improv, which will soon be the Funny Bone.
Yeah.
But what are you asking people to do?
So if you want to get tickets, you go to the Improv Orlando website. Use code word toys, and you get 4 complimentary tickets.
Oh, wow.
And we just actually bring a couple of unwrapped gifts. This year, toys are going to Baby DJ, which is in iHeart station.
Love that, man. We
uh,
love Johnny, and that you couldn't
yeah.
have picked a better
Yeah,
charity. And
and,
from what I understand, he needs some help this year. So
Yeah, and also I do Howard's House. Howard House is another thing, and then a company called Total Restoration, which is kids whose parents are incarcerated.
Okay.
And so I started this, man, when I was a kid in North Carolina. We had something called the Empty Stocking Fund, where people would bring toys to the projects, in the hood.
Nice.
And I said, man, it was cool, but at the same time, the people who brought toys, they didn't look like me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I felt like they were doing it. Oh, here go a toy, and they just look frightened when they. Which I would. I still
I
see
can
their
imagine
face.
it.
Bro, they pulled
I'm
up.
transporting myself there now.
Bro, I never get. They
Just
pulled
throw
up
the
in a
car,
Mercedes.
throw the toys out the door.
Yeah.
Hey,
Out
they
the
pulled up
window.
in a
Jeez.
Mercedes.
They do drive-bys. Why
bro.
can't we?
Yeah, they pulled up in a Mercedes Benz, and I never get. The dad had the long black trench coat on. He had his wife and 2
like a
kids.
Trading Places vibe.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
It was the typical family,
That's
son,
called the
daughter,
McAllister.
Only put your window down 3 quarters, Link. And so they can't get their grubby hands inside.
Dude, they gave us a basketball, a football, and some tube socks. With the
Stereotypes.
color.
They're good at sports.
On brand.
I mean, they wanted fried chicken.
God damn.
But they're like, wait a second, you can't wrap
I know
this.
you and I were loaded up.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no.
So I was like, when I got older, I said I was going to do something, for underprivileged kids. That was going to be my thing. And so
Nice.
12 years ago, I started it at the other bar, actually. We used to do it at the other bar
Yeah, I
every
remember
year,
that.
But the other bar went in a little transformation. So it's like half the size of what it used to be. And I'm like, I'm not going to get anybody in here.
Right.
So I talked to Krista, the GM at Improv, and I said, hey, can I get a night? And she gave me December 13th. So Wednesday, 7 o'clock, go to the website, code word toys.
Love it.
And if you can't make it, find me on Instagram, Ken Miller Comedy, or Facebook, Ken Miller Comedy. I'll send you the Cash App, and you can donate money, and I'll go buy toys for you as well.
There you go. That's super nice of you, man. Like,
I'm trying to get into heaven.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Definitely. This is definitely my way
We
in.
should do that. We should try to get into heaven.
Well, all you have to do is apologize at the very end.
That's what I heard.
That's what you're banking on, right?
Yeah, that's what my mom told
I mean,
me.
it's
before.
in the
my
book.
Mom, my mom told me.
It says it. That's a rule.
My mom told me I could be as nasty as I want to be. Two Left Crew, and then I could just offer or invite Jesus into my heart, like literally seconds before
Yeah.
the lights go out, and I'm good.
Yeah, but what if you die as a surprise and then you don't get a chance to do it? I mean, that's a
Well, I'm
lot.
doing it right now. I'm calling it right now. Jesus in my heart right now.
Before you
Call it.
leave the house every morning, hey, Jesus, right? Hey, man, just take me. I take you as my Lord and Savior. I appreciate it.
Now,
And then you're
You're
good.
in my heart.
You're good.
Now you got to do it right after you're with the hooker.
Yes. You gotta have her say it with you.
You can't do it before you leave. You got to do it at the end of the day or after you've done the thing
Yeah.
that's going to
And
send
you
you.
got
out.
to say to yourself, "That's the last."
That's probably why people say their prayers right before they go to bed. So
Yeah,
they don't
they
wake
do
up
that.
like, hey, I'm in
Yeah.
there, man. But
Brand new day.
what if you dream something bad?
Yeah. Sometimes as I'm going to bed, I curse God as like the sea. Like I'm like, come and get me. Like seriously, as my eyes are closing, I'm like, you. Let's see what you got.
Yeah.
Let's see what you got.
I like to cover them all, Zeus and everybody. You know, like just to
All the
make
guys,
sure.
yo,
Just
I
to
like
what if
it.
it's wrong? Yeah.
I'm giving daps to everybody.
Yeah. I'm just, you know, if what if you're wrong? You're just you're apologizing to white God and you're
Yeah,
screwed.
I know.
Anyway, so Ken, what's the like the normal gifts that you normally see when people do this? Is it like
Yeah. You know some cop out gifts too, right? The teddy bear's the cop out, right?
No, the cop out gift is just our baby dolls.
Baby dolls.
We have mostly baby dolls and action figures. You know, like
do
that's
you need?
usually
Some
what
cars?
people. That's usually what people bring baby dolls because most people bring stuff are comics, and comics ain't got a lot of money, so
Right,
they're going
right.
to Dollar General or Five Below.
Oh, those
you
are
know.
busted ass baby dolls.
Yeah.
No, but still-
somebody brought a basketball one year. Used basketball. I was like, yo, we
Used.
just played with this basketball last week.
It's dirty.
Yo.
Dust all
used
over it.
basketball?
But he was broke,
Yeah.
and I was like, hey, man, it's a thought
Go
that
to
counts.
Ross. They got
It's a
good
thought.
toys
Says
at
it-
Ross.
yeah, got a basketball that says Orange County Schools on it. Like I know you stole that. I know you stole it. It's got Sharpie all over it.
Also there's a certain age, like I feel like under what would you say, like 2.5, 3 years old, like the kids don't
yeah,
know the
you can get
difference.
anything.
Yeah.
But anyway, like there's like you're getting some like baby gifts,
Yeah.
and I'm like they don't know what Christmas
like
is. They
12.
don't know what
12 is what I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
12, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, my kids are weird. Like like my son's 23. He wants a bottle of salted caramel Crown Royal and
Oh.
money.
Oh,
and,
wow.
and then
Oh,
my
my God,
daughter's
isn't it?
18 and she wants a sword and a bow and arrow.
Oh my
We
God.
ain't
got
got
cat
no
swords.
swords.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Hunger Games.
I'm
Yeah.
like, that's what I said. So, are you like Batgirl? Are you like going through Pine Hills, saving Pine Hills at night? What
I
are,
like
what
it.
are you doing?
She wants a sword?
Yeah, she has like 3 swords. She has
pretty
an
badass.
axe. Like, yeah, she's
like medieval or samurai?
Yes.
Not
true.
all of it. She has it
Okay,
all.
all
Yeah,
right.
yeah. She's into that.
Is she
stuff.
LARPing?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
Because she's
We
into
don't
that in
see what-
K-pop, and she likes K-pop too. Like I'm like,
All right.
what? I like because my ex-wife is half black, half white. So that's all white. That's all your white side.
Yeah. White
Hip-hop
people,
and swords.
white
That's
people love
extra
samurai
white.
swords,
Yeah,
man.
no black people
Especially
wants a
fat
sword.
white people. Fat white people buy samurai swords and put them over their mantle, like
Yeah.
over their fireplace.
Yeah.
I'm like, you've never used that, and you have nothing else Asian in your house, but you got a samurai sword over your mantle.
it's in a bow and arrow.
And the bow and arrow, yeah, it's like
Where's
yeah.
she practice this?
Probably in the backyard. Or she just wants it. Like I don't even know. Like I said, I'm a little nervous. I'm like, is she gonna kill me? Like, what is she getting?
Yeah, like, why are you doing
piling all
this?
this stuff for? You?
Yeah. My daughter is 8, and she asked for an Apple Watch for Christmas.
Yeah,
And that's it.
I don't even know.
That's all she asked for.
But that's,
She's
yeah,
like-
but she has a cell phone, right?
No, she has a watch now that's like an Apple Watch. It's a communicator where she can like send me and her mom messages from school. And now,
Yeah.
now she's like, I really like that. I want to upgrade it to this, and that's it. That's all she's asked for.
Well, there you gotta. That's the easy way.
It's pretty
I mean,
easy.
It is pretty easy. Yeah.
And she wrote a note, like a list of everything she wants, like other things. You know, there's some clothes and stuff on there, but I got a whole list. Like it's easy. I got everything written out for me.
Tommy asked for a.
Oh yes, it's gonna be crazy. Tommy We'll ask for something that I want.
The only thing he wants is a crash test style dummy.
Wait, a real crash test dummy?
Yeah, but
This
just
kid's got the goods.
And I think it's from YouTube, but like he's like, I want a dummy, like a full size human dummy.
I have one.
Like
The Dirty Jim one.
I know. That's what I thought. We
Oh,
threw
just
it away.
Oh, you threw it away.
Oh, you can buy a crash test dummy on like a real. You can buy a real one online. You can buy a myth, but it's thousands of dollars. Like
No,
the
no.
ones that got the real yellow dots. They got the
No.
computer chips in them.
He just wants some sort of dummy.
What's he want it for?
Yeah, that's on my
Oh,
like.
he's
what
gonna
now?
do the other son where he throws it off the. He's gonna throw it off the overpass and make the car pile up.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Yeah, like why is he into like?
Ken,
He's
I'm
avant-garde.
lost.
your daughter wanted a sword. I don't they want
Well,
weird ass. I don't know who knows.
And
You're
my
just gonna buy
daughter's
it from-
my daughter's like, I want an Apple Watch
Yeah, like a
to increase
businessman.
my productivity.
Yeah. Hey, it's
A
weird.
crash test dummy. Look that up, Sam. See if we can get Tommy a crash test dummy.
No,
wanna
I
help.
mean, we found one. We got him a Santa guy.
Is it big?
Yeah, like a full size dummy.
What's he gonna?
crazy.
What's he gonna? What if you
I don't know what he
if you
wants
find him humping it?
Yo,
What if you?
I don't think he's there yet, but he'll be there. You know,
Yeah, yeah, he's planning. He's a planner.
I could tell by the hole.
What'd you get him? A male or a female crash test?
Yo.
What'd you get him?
I think it's like
You don't want to catch him in there with it.
It's gender neutral.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know,
'cause
like,
they don't- yeah, they don't
it's
have
got no
anything
hair,
down there, yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't. Yeah, it's all smooth, and the face is just.
But
like,
he'll draw it on there for sure.
Yeah,
right?
whatever he
That's
draws,
what you
that's
do. You
fine
get a
with.
Sharpie, you draw some boobs on it.
or
What does Max want?
he wants like 3D printer, maybe he saw amazing, and then like of course Xbox every year,
yeah.
which we're not gonna get him.
Nice.
But
Put your foot down.
You will, because once the Xbox and the then
There's no going back.
It's then it's just forever.
do they have a gaming system now?
Yeah, Nintendo Switch. So they got the Switch.
Yeah.
Although it's it doesn't like the memory card's full, so it's shut down, and then
Oh, and you like that, don't
And
you?
they got Daddy who does not know technology that can help them out.
And of course, all the back, like the battery compartment, and then the memory card thing is all broken off because
Okay.
they
Yeah,
treat it
nice.
like garbage, like me. And they can't.
They can't just blow on it like we did in our Nintendo games.
No, that's what he's gonna. That's what you do with a crash test dummy late at night. Where are you on video games? Where are you?
I don't play. Dude, I hooked up my Xbox One, and I've been in my house now, my new house, for 5 years.
Okay.
I found my Xbox One in the garage. I'm like, let me hook this thing up. It's still downloading the update from 3 weeks ago. I haven't logged into this thing for like 5 years.
Oh,
It's
you got
still,
some time, yeah.
It's still doing the update. My wife like, why is it still running? I said, it's updating the software. She's like, is it like Windows NT? What's on this thing?
Yeah, I think they're made so once they hit a certain time, they like just don't work anymore.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
And I think it's actually impossible for him at some point to. That's why a lot of people are kind of positioning it to be like, and I think you'll see this, a resurgence of people buying games that are like freestanding, like from the developer instead of downloading it. Because a lot of people are now complaining. They made a switch, and I think it was PlayStation that made it last week. PlayStation made a big switch where they started taking legacy games that you've downloaded and saying, we can't support these anymore. It's too big.
Yeah.
And then they've eliminated it. So let's say you bought that game. Let's say you bought it like 15 years ago. PlayStation was still around and still around online.
Yeah.
But they don't support that game anymore. So the money you spent for that game 15 years ago, you're out of it. You can't play that game anymore.
and it's just done.
Yeah, and people are saying, dude, that's not fair, not only to the consumer who's buying the game, it's not fair to the producer of the game either, that you're not supporting the game. If you had the disc and you had an Xbox 360 like you said you have, if it were in good working order, you could play a game offline. You should be able to play that anywhere in the world.
And I have all mine. I still have my 360. I still have
Save
my
those.
PlayStation,
Save those.
PlayStation 2.
Save all your
my
games.
Xbox One. I still have my original Nintendo.
That's
When
dope.
I left in
Does it
high
still
school,
work?
it still works.
That's
Nice.
dope.
I left in 1995. I graduated high school, went to the military. The only thing I took was my Nintendo and some clothes. And I
Essentials.
still
Yeah.
have that Nintendo in my garage. And it's still, I played Super Tecmo Bowl like 3 weeks ago.
Where's that thing been? Where's
Yeah.
Where's that Nintendo?
Man,
done?
I done took that thing to Fort Jackson, South Carolina, Fort Gordon, Georgia. I took that thing to Fort Huachuca, Arizona. I took that thing to the White House when I worked in D.C. Now it's been here with
Damn.
me in Florida.
That's dope.
Well,
That's
Forever.
really cool.
And it still works.
well, they made that Nintendo in 1980
So much
in
better,
Japan.
man. Oh.
And it
You know what I mean?
still
Yeah, dude,
works.
so, I mean, a hardy Japanese man made that probably by hand, or some fancy robot that he designed, and that's a well-made machine.
Yeah, but now everything breaks.
Yeah.
That Nintendo has. I'm talking about. I have moved, thrown it around, and I can hook that thing up, and it still to this day works.
Yeah, it is a shame that you buy any electronics or whatever, it's never going to
hate it.
work in, I mean, 5
But that's
to
by
8
design,
years.
right?
Yeah,
To spend more money.
But also, it's made so cheaply
Yeah.
that like the components are like will just break off. Like it's made to maybe work 3 years, and then
Yeah.
and then they know that people will move on, and this stuff will just end up in a landfill.
The one I hate is when the plastic is actually like, you can tell that years later the plastic, like the consistency of it is off-gassed and changed. And I'm like, you didn't put any time and effort into
Yeah,
that.
not
You
at
made
all.
it with some garbage that as soon as it was printed or formed,
Yeah, yeah.
the plastic started disintegrating. Like, there's nothing I love more, though, when you go back and you get something like my mom's old electric knife for like a turkey that was like from the 1960s, that is that old plastic, that Bakelite like plastic, and it's still perfect.
It still works.
Yeah, it's like perfect condition.
So Ken, again, the toy drive at the Improv happening on Wednesday, coming up December 13th.
Yes, sir.
So, and just bring a toy with you.
Yeah, bring
to
a
the
couple of
Improv
toys.
event.
Like I said, my goal is 300, so I can give 100 toys to each organization.
Nice.
And just bring some unwrapped gifts, new
Yeah.
unwrapped gifts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And,
I had to get on
and-
my wife about that. We're going to talk about something on the Friday Free Show I got on my wife about last night.
Yeah, so bring some couple of toys out.
Cheap.
If the room seats 350 people, if I can get 300 people there, everybody brings a toy or two. We can walk away with 300 to 500 toys, and we'd be good.
That'd be great.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Well, Ken, thanks so much for
Man,
coming by. I
no,
really
thanks for
appreciate
having
it.
me
Merry
on, family. Always
Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
Happy
Happy
New Year.
holidays,
Yeah,
all
man.
that. I don't know what y'all say.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I don't know what y'all. Happy
Yeah.
holidays,
Have a
Merry
good time.
Christmas.
I've gone back to saying Merry Christmas.
Yeah. It's just we're just saying a thing.
I
It's
say,
just
I
a
say
meaning
Merry
thing.
Christmas because there is
Yeah,
an
yeah,
active
yeah,
war
yeah.
on Christmas right now, but that's why.
Yeah. If you tell me Happy Hanukkah, I'll be like, thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
I
that
don't know,
too.
whatever. I don't know.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Yeah,
Or
happy,
Chanukah.
whatever you want.
Oh, yeah. Smokey Robinson, Happy Chanukah.
Yeah, you're just
Making the
saying
rounds again.
a
Yeah.
pleasantry. I don't know why everybody gets
yeah.
I don't think anybody gets mad anymore.
No, I don't think they do.
No one gets mad. All right. We will
Be right back.
be right back.